While we getting
just letting the room feel a little,
right, letting people
us.
show up.
Hello. It's Sunday again. We're back.
Trying to share this real quick, if my computer will let me.
You know what would make that easier?
What?
Wi-Fi. If only you had Wi-Fi.
Don't come for me
If
on live.
Wi-Fi here.
Don't you do that.
Things would be so much easier.
Right.
Just saying.
That's a malicious attack against me and the things that I hold sacred. Okay?
What do you hold sacred? Not having Wi-Fi? Hey, Lance.
Can't even be doing all of that.
Hey, Lenny.
What's up, everybody?
We're here. It's Sunday again. We're back. You probably went to church this morning and now you're watching a show where we spent 20 minutes talking about eating booty last week.
Right. It was a nice long episode on booty eating.
Yes, he does need Wi-Fi.
Don't you do that
real.
either. Like,
For real.
damn. Y'all coming for the boy.
Like, hello.
Coming
it's
for the boy
2019.
on live.
Standard.
Like, damn, man. Let me live. You know what I mean? Let me use my hot spot, and let me rock. Y'all gotta
You say so.
do all of that.
So yeah, thanks for coming
Extra
back.
stuff. Meesh.
Hey.
What's up?
Thanks for joining us again.
Right.
We didn't think anybody would come back. Would you like us a little?
Share the video.
Yeah, hit share. One button. So easy.
Right.
Click, click,
Help people
click.
see this so we can get into these topics and talk about these things.
Also, I have Reese drinking a red wine. No
Yes.
wine glasses over here.
No wine glasses.
I put my wine straight in the cup because why waste time? I know how much I'm gonna want the bottle, so just use a cup. That's all you need.
So right. Got a little
Hey, Clarence.
drink early.
Cheers.
Getting started. We got a couple things. Cardi B going. We're gonna talk about going Dutch. We're gonna talk about this.
What? Wine. Yes. God, I'm drinking a red wine.
It's better than the Pinot for me.
He doesn't like Pinot.
I don't like that Pinot.
I mean, they're both good to me.
Pinot too is super bitter for me. I can't do it.
Whatever. You're a loss.
All right. What's some of these opinions on this Cardi B thing? What y'all think about that? I mean, for one, she said this some years ago before she was famous.
She did.
Before she was the biggest rapper in the game.
Katie. Yeah.
And now someone dug it up, put it out there on her that she was drugging men and taking their money.
I think this is also a lesson on being careful what you post. Because one day you might be famous and someone will find it.
You can't post everything.
And that will be bad.
Everything that you've ever done. You can't post all that stuff. You got to keep some of them things to yourself. For sure. Like, hey,
really do.
I'll never let social media know that I did this.
Don't do that.
Like,
I mean, but that was like that openness and that attitude was kind of like how she got famous anyway. I mean, but yeah, there are of course lines, but she got famous because she was on social media being like completely too open.
it's
So
crazy
it had a
because-
benefit and a negative effect on her, I feel like.
It's crazy
Hey,
because when she did it initially in her live, people were with it, like, you know what I mean? Like, she had the people that were following it. And they like, yeah, they was agreeing this, that, and the third. But now that she's in mainstream, basically, and she got all of these, more people, more followers and everything. Now it's like such a big deal
This is probably something she wouldn't have said on a live today if it had been new.
They would have definitely advised
because her PR person would have tackled her. So
like, don't say that. Don't talk about that at all. But I don't know. I don't think any of the guys are gonna come out and be like, I'm one of them. I'm one of the guys that she drugged. I seen a story, but I don't think it was real about a guy coming forward.
I think somebody said that he was just doing it as a joke, but people took him as like the surviving Cardi B victim A.
Got drugged and got robbed.
He wasn't a victim. So.
All right. I also think that if you are doing that, like if you gonna take a chick back to the room, whatever, like, and it was probably established that you were gonna pay for whatever you were getting, like, you kind of get, you know, like, if that was one of the consequences of you doing that, like, that's what comes along with it. Like,
so that's automatic. If you take a chick back to a room,
if you're paying somebody, if you're paying somebody for something like that, like y'all doing some illegal activity, that's one of the things that come with it. You might get robbed.
The set price. You don't want to.
No, yeah, you might get robbed. You might anything could happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of the things that come with it. So it's like, naturally, I mean, that was part of the game. Like, it could have robbed him, it could have set him up in any kind of way. It could have been men that came in and robbed him at gunpoint or anything. Like, that's the risk you take if you're trying to pay for sex.
That's risky. Don't pay for sex, guys.
Right, so
you could get robbed, apparently.
Right, so it's not like I don't view it as a super crazy or bad thing on her behalf or anything like that. Like, there's so many people running around the streets doing that crazy stuff, and there's a lot of people who know they're doing it and they cool with these people, and they, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hi, Adrian.
I know you got this robbing ass friend that you hang with all the time. So, yeah, that's my take on it. What is people saying on the vibe?
Katie says, even if it has no merit, rape jokes are never funny or should even be made a joke. We have to change our rape culture society. She gets 0 pass from her, nor should she. Your sister, Ebony, says she should have been careful. However, she feels like she did what she had to do. Kill her because she loves her honesty and ratchetness. She is very honest. For sure.
Right. She tell it like it is.
If she was her, she would say, prove it. When they prove it, then that's different. Until then, she's still winning. You should have been careful. Family consensus.
Right.
Should have been careful.
Should have been careful.
Stop. Don't go to the rooms. Don't go to the rooms with the strippers.
Yeah.
You get robbed.
It was the same thing. Like, when we was talking and I was saying, like, you know, like, even just in your regular life, even if you're not doing anything shady in your regular life, if you're going on a date with somebody you just met, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're cautious to tell somebody, like, hey, look, I'm going to be at this address, you know.
Right. I give license plate numbers to my mama. License plate numbers.
Oh, let me take a picture of your ID. Send it to somebody. You know what I mean? Like, people take those precautions just in their regular life. So just like, if you're doing some shady stuff, you know what I'm saying, you really need to be more cautious. Like, you really need to take into consideration what could happen when you're doing things illegal and stuff like that. Paying for sex or whatever you're doing.
That's fair.
So yeah, that's that seems like self-explanatory stuff right there, you know.
But apparently it's not, because it happened to some men, so.
Yeah, they probably just thirsty. Just don't care.
Like, I'm so thirsty, I don't even care what happens to me. I'm gonna go over here to this room.
They're like, hey, I got 500 for you. What you doing? What up?
Don't be that thirsty.
Thirsty. Don't be thirsty.
See what happens. See what happens when you're thirsty. Bad stuff.
Right.
Bad things happen.
Right. And then I got an unrelated topic. This ain't got nothing to do with Cardi B or the other topics that we were going to talk about. But I wanted to address fatherhood, single fatherhood.
Oh, guys, he's throwing me for a loop here. I didn't even know this was a topic.
I just wanted to address this
Chiquita. Hey, Tori.
really quickly. I don't even know if any men are in here or any men who have children are in here or anything of that nature. But
Adrian has an imaginary daughter.
You
so
are
maybe
a man.
He can relate.
If you are a man and you have children, go above and beyond to take care of your children and the mother, because a majority of the mothers keep the kids for a majority of the time, and
hey Kelly,
men need to be more proactive on making sure that they're straight. And if you're not one of those men, you need to step it up.
Adrian,
and
you're not a dad.
yeah.
Stop saying that.
You need to step it up and get out here and make sure that your kids are well taken care of, man.
I'm feeling this on a personal level today.
Like, for real. Like,
Thanks.
I have my kids full time. I wouldn't be able to do the things that I do if I didn't have my family in my corner. So I could understand when women have their children and they have no help. And it's men out here who think that, you know, like, child support is enough. And that's not the case. Like, you know, your child is somewhere, you know, using all of the amenities of a household. So you also need to make sure, you know, that your kid has lights and gas and all of these other things, you know, that's keeping them comfortable, even if you're not with the mother. You should make sure that your child is comfortable among anything else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I agree. Message.
Right.
Exes, if you're listening, can you take this message and digest it?
Man, yes. Take care of these kids. Don't even care about none of the drama that you went through with the person, whatever. If they need something, just help them out and go on with your life. That's it. You don't even gotta be bothered, be mad, any of those things. Just help out for your children. Be there for your children. That's the most important thing.
And backtracking, Adrian, I do know your life. You don't have a kid. Your daughter is imaginary. You can't relate. I'm sorry.
His daughter is imaginary.
You can't. Your daughter is not real.
Right. Like, man, get out here and support your kids, man, for sure. Like, I can't express it enough. I do so much for my children, and I have them all the time. But if my kids are with their mom and they need anything, if they need food, clothes, she's trying to buy them something, she needs help with this, like, I will send that money without a second thought. Like, I don't tell her no. I don't tell her, oh, I don't have it or anything of this or that nature. Like, oh, they need what for what? Here, you know, she contacted me about a field trip not too long ago because the school called her instead of me, told her something about a field trip, sent the money right away so she can go on the field trip. Left work to go to my son's school to pay for money for a field trip when she didn't have the money. So it's just step up for your kids, be there for your kids, stop arguing with your baby mamas and making a point on what you do more and what they do and what this and that. Just take care of the kids. That's it.
Moral of the story, stop hitting them with the you'll see what you can do line. We know that's not real. We know you're not going to see what you can do.
I see what I can do. Let me check, see if I got it.
That means you're just not going to do anything.
You got to wait till Thursday.
Also, Adrian, yes, I am real. Your daughter is not, but I am. I'm right here in the flesh. Where's your daughter, Adrian? She's not real. But yes, we know what I'll see what I can do means. We just let it go. Right.
After that, you know you ain't about to even contact no more. Like, oh.
Hey, Toro. Hey, Christina.
I see what I can do and dip. Like, all right. No, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Go get the kids.
What them commercials say?
Don't just
take time to be a dad today.
Man.
Whatever the commercials is.
Don't be a weekend. Don't be a weekend father. Go see your kids on weekdays. Don't just pick them up for the weekend. Leave it at that. Go check on them. See what they're doing. Take them somewhere. Give the mom a break, a day of rest. Like, hey, I'm gonna take them to go do this real quick. We'll be back 8, 9 o'clock. And step in. Be more of a father. Like, don't just leave her with the kids throughout the entire week and then come and pick them up for 2-3 days and think that you're doing your fatherly duties. Like, that's not being a father. That's part time. She got to be full time. You got to step in and be full time.
That's a babysitter. You're a weekend babysitter.
Right. You got to step in, take them kids for longer than a weekend. Like, get them out, get them doing something. Let them see your face. Let them know you love them. Like, because kids know that time is not being spent with them. So as they get older, they tend to gravitate away from that parent that's not in their life a lot. And once they get older and you lose that bond, you're like, man, I should have been there more. And now you're trying to come back into their life and be around when they know that you didn't care when it was important, when they were young and they had imagination and they wanted to play with you and they looked up to you. And now you're trying to create this bond with them that you don't have anymore. You know, you had it when they were young and they were growing up, but they seen mommy go through everything and struggle and scrape everything together, and you just out here living your life and not caring, not checking on them, not coming by. And now you trying to rebuild that bond. It's too late. Like, they ain't gonna care about nothing. Like, unless it's financial, unless you coming around and you about to buy them something, then they cool. You ain't buying them nothing, they probably not trying to hang with you, have fun with you, and none of that stuff.
Don't I know that?
So, yeah, definitely get out there and pick your kids up, go see your kids, participate in their life, be active, be interested in what they're doing, all that. Be a father. Because fathers, we get looked up to for just simply being a dad. Like, just simply being a man, we get looked up to for that. Like, kids make you the favorite parent, like, automatically. Like, you the favorite parent by default. Like, kids are born and then they're like, oh, daddy, first thing out their mouth. You know, they like the guy who want to throw them up in the air and do all this risky stuff with them, you know what I'm saying? And they don't want, they looking past their mama that did all the work, you know, who birthed them, held them for 9 months and all of that. And then you go and break that bond by not being in your child's life or not showing up to see them and only picking them up on the weekends and don't want to help their mom with anything. Like, so definitely step up. If any men in here with children, you know,
Adrian, that's not you.
Right. Any men in here with children, step up, be a father. If you're being a father, kudos to you. If you're not, please just take this as advice. I'm not scolding anybody or anything like that. Just be more active in your children's life. They need that male role model in their life.
And that is a message I support 100%. I know a couple people that need to hear it. Hopefully they hear it. One of them will.
All right.
Because he watches my page.
We got people.
Your sister's dancing in her living room.
Says she dancing.
The dads are selfish. Weekend babysitter. Yes, that's what you are. You're like a babysitter.
Yeah. Like.
Ariel, the truth. Adrian, it's not shade, Adrian. You're not a dad, Adrian. Imaginary kids don't count. Okay, Adrian, go be a dad to your imaginary daughter. Do you feel better? Is that better now?
Right. Go be a positive role model in her life.
Her imaginary life that she doesn't have. But it's okay.
For sure.
Yes, I support that message.
So, right.
Listen to it.
Definitely.
Pass it on.
Pass that message
Absorb
on.
It, please.
Take it in.
Please.
Now the main topic, got another main topic at hand now that we're off the fathers. We about to talk about going Dutch.
No.
we talking about going Dutch.
That wasn't a no that we're not going to talk about it. That was a no, we're not going Dutch.
Going Dutch. You know what I'm saying?
You do have a guy.
I buy the tickets. You buy the snacks. You know what I mean? Get this movie ticket. You get the snacks.
But that's not Dutch.
That's half.
Dutch is like you're paying for
paying
yourself.
half the bill.
No, Dutch is you're paying for you.
I would consider Dutch being more of a half thing, half and half.
I've always considered going Dutch, paying
for yourself. But people do. I mean, that's. I was just saying. Yeah, I would consider it more. Just paying half, not more for yourself. Just paying your whole total.
I mean, okay, then I guess I'll go Dutch if we're using that definition. But to me, that's not ever been going Dutch.
So if you wanted, paying for yourself.
Yeah, like when you go out to eat,
right?
You cover your own bill.
Right.
Two separate checks.
Pay for your meal.
Would I do that?
Yeah.
It depends. Occasionally, if you ask me out, I'm definitely not doing it.
Cause you ever been on that date where probably men, I know women haven't been on this date, but men definitely have been on this date where, you know, you take someone out and
Nikki say no.
And once you get to that ordering thing, you know what I'm saying, they getting like everything.
Okay, then you've just been going out with the wrong women. I still order within reason. I don't want to pay for myself, but I'm not gonna be like, yeah, give me that $50 cold water lobster tail or something.
They ordering stuff you ain't even heard of on the menu. You like, I've been coming here for 5 years. I didn't even know they had
go
that.
Dutch because you might not see her again.
Man.
Kelly says snacks cost more than movie tickets. So true. So,
well, you pay for the movie ticket. I get the snack.
Oh.
I'll do it. I'll reverse it.
Nah.
But yeah, she ordering up everything. You know what I'm saying? She refilling them drinks. She like, oh yeah, boom. Let's do shots. Let's do this, do that. Like, hey.
Hi, Kay.
Hey, this date is for conversation, for me to get to know you, but we're also hungry. But you take it upon yourself to dig all in my pockets.
Okay, well then those are the wrong people to go on dates with.
Like, yo.
Aw, thanks, Kay.
Like, stay out of my pockets. You gonna pay for a couple of these drinks?
Well, ordering within reason. No, I'm not going Dutch. You asked me on a date, I'm paying you. Chances are I didn't ask you on the date. So you're paying.
So we've been say we've been dating.
Okay.
Some time now.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward past the getting to know each other stage. Y'all knowing each other now. You know, and now you know this person's life, you know this person's finances, you know all of these things. You know what I'm saying? Like, is going Dutch still an issue?
It depends on his finances. Because I've gotten to know this person, I know his finances. If I know he need a little help once in a while, then okay, I might take the tab. But if I know he got it,
then you still gonna
let him pay? We not going Dutch. Okay. Thank you. Thanks
so what
for
about
covering my check?
So what about courting them back? Say it took you on.
I'll do that once in a while.
Say it took you on 10 dates, 10, 12 dates. Y'all done been out.
So I'll give him a date. I'll take him on a date. 1 date per 10. No.
One date per 10. Hey, you gotta go on 10 dates before she reciprocates the date for you. Before she shows you any appreciation.
Whoa, didn't say you don't show paying does not just show appreciation. What?
For a man.
I still appreciate the fact that you've been buying me meals 10 times. But no, okay, maybe once in every 5 or something.
Or I look at it as being, I'm appreciative, like, for somebody to do that for me, because I'd be like, oh, you know, she thinking about me, like, you know what I mean? She like, oh, let me get this instead of, you know, you always pay, so let me take care of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
right. I'm just saying I'm not gonna do that often.
You say you're not gonna do that often?
Right. I'm just gonna surprise you one day, like, oh, I'm gonna pay for you. I'm gonna pay for this today, boo. The next time is you. 5 to 10 dates later. Kelly said he always made so much more than me. He always pays, and he's a great tipper. All right. Kay says her and her boyfriend are equally broke. Adrian says he's done with free meals. Adrian, you're not going to get any dates that way.
Man.
Kelly says it's fine, especially when you're dating and you're trying to make something happen with limited funds. Nikki says she's married. She still courts Eugene. She treats at times, but as women, we do so much more. You coming over and eating my groceries when we're dating? Like, yeah, really. Are you eating the groceries? Because
I'm not big on that. myself.
Wait, we're not talking about food, girl?
I mean, no, I'm saying like I'm not big on.
You're not
like,
big on eating food at people's houses?
No, like I mean, like if she cooks for me or something like that, yeah, cool. But I'm saying I'm more so like I don't know, like women. If we dating, you know what I'm saying? She got kids, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm really not trying to take food away from them. I'm more so like, hey, you know, feed the children. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just feel like appreciation is not only shown in the form of the fact that I paid for dinner. Like I feel like it's so much more outside of even going on a date.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It makes me feel good.
To me, I don't feel like you appreciate me just because you paid for my food. Like, oh, you bought me some conies. You appreciate it. Like, no,
well, I'm not saying that.
That doesn't mean.
What if, you know what I'm saying, they bringing it to you? They bringing it to your job. That's a caring. That's some caring stuff right there. Like, oh, you hungry? I'm going to bring you some food. That's not caring to you?
It is caring. I was just saying, it's not limited. Appreciation is not limited to food.
Oh. I mean, it makes me feel good when somebody does something for me like that. Somebody like, oh, I'm going to bring you lunch, like, or whatever the case may be. Like, that's awesome for me. I'm like, oh, this person digging me. Okay, you know, they reciprocating the you know, the energy that I'm putting out in the atmosphere by doing stuff for them. So that's how I look at it. I want as a man, I don't know, I want the energy put back that I put in. You know,
right.
If I'm giving...
My only point is, like, it's not limited to who's paying for dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's not necessarily giving back the same energy.
Right. Now, paying for dinner is different. But yeah, going there, some people don't have a problem with it, though. I was looking at something, I was reading something that made me come with this topic, but it was like a lot of people were, like, cool with it, like, more so than I thought. Like,
that's because we're all broke millennials.
We out here living.
We're just trying to go out, period. Like, we don't even care who pays at this point. Just pay for yourself so we can get out the house.
Right.
We're all broke.
Taking care of these kids all week. I gotta get out. I'll pay for myself if that's what needs to happen.
For real.
Right.
For real.
What we got? People active.
Nikki says she cooks for you. You wash the clothes you left. Get you together when you're over here. Kelly says it's sweet. I'm assuming she's talking about bringing like food to your job. Mm. She likes saying the words, I appreciate you. Then she goes above and beyond what she does, but it's not monetary. Yeah, appreciation is definitely not a monetary thing.
Yeah.
I've had people that can spend money on me with no problem and still didn't feel appreciated. So, yeah, for me, appreciation is definitely not monetary.
So, did you express your appreciation verbally, or you just didn't say nothing? Like they bought you stuff and you never said anything?
They weren't appreciating me.
Oh, it wasn't appreciating you.
I
thought you said they didn't feel appreciated.
They can spend money on me and I still not feel appreciated.
Oh.
Like, yeah, you got all this money. We can go out to eat whenever. We can do this. You can send this food to my job, whatever. That doesn't mean I feel appreciated by you. Mm. That just means you like to feed me. Thanks,
right.
I guess.
So I gotta tell you verbally, like, I appreciate you. Like,
yes.
All the things that you do are, you know, I appreciate that.
Yes. Sometimes those words go much farther than
just doing
monetary
something, just an action. So yes. Saying it is better than the action. Because sometimes people
not necessarily better. It's just, you know, the combination is nice.
Because sometimes people can say things just to, you know, keep you satisfied. You know what I mean? Like, I know she's a little irritated, so let me go ahead and, you know, hit her with a couple of these lines real quick.
I feel like you would know when somebody is being sincere. Well, myself personally, I feel like I know when somebody is saying something and they're just saying it to shut me up, or they think I'm irritated, or when they really mean it. Body language.
Yeah, body language says a lot. Says a lot. It's so telling. But, yeah, so, fellas, these women ain't going Dutch.
We're not. Stop asking us to pay. We ain't doing it.
They're not going Dutch. Hey.
We'll cook you dinner later, though.
I tried for y'all.
He failed you.
Tried to get you that, that date. She'd be like, "Oh yeah, I take care of this.
I can still do that. I just bought movie tickets the other day. I did.
I bought snacks.
Did we go Dutch?
According to my definition.
Yes, we went Dutch.
But no, because a lot of people don't do that though. Just that simple thing right there. Just I pay for these tickets, you pay for snacks or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? I cook dinner, I wash the dishes, whatever. Like, just being 50-50 in general. A lot of people just don't do that at all. Like it's somebody giving a extreme amount of effort, then somebody tends to dial back. I don't know. My experience, women, no, I can't say all women, but some women tend to be less consistent the more consistent you are. So it's like the man, once I become more consistent in what I'm doing, women tend to dial it back and be less consistent.
Hey, that's because you done got me used to a lifestyle. I thought you was taking care of me. I got confused.
You got confused. Man, but it's like, if you doing this, keeping this consistency, the woman should keep, y'all both should, you know what I'm saying? Because somebody's doing something to show you, that they care about you, you know what I'm saying? That they like or love you or whatever the case may be. So you need to keep that same consistency. Whatever it was that you were doing when you met this man, being consistent, you need to also continue to do that. If he's doing it, and also reverse. If this woman is doing all of these things and staying consistent throughout the relationship, it don't mean that this man should dial back and start relaxing and, stop being as consistent as he was to keep you. You know what I mean? Like, he should keep on having to go and put in this effort that you're putting in. So, that's how I look at it.
Well, Kay says she'll go Dutch right now because it's necessary, but generally speaking, going Dutch is for when sexism is over, and it ain't. Kelly says it's all about effort from each and sincere appreciation.
Most definitely.
Kay says the woman is probably doing the bulk of the emotional labor.
Emotional labor?
Tell it.
Expand upon that.
We would like an expansion. Okay.
Emotionally. What is the emotional labor?
And only the woman is dealing with your sexist microaggressions.
Whoa.
Kay be hitting us with the vocab. Yes.
Whoa. Okay.
That's why we're friends. Drop the vocab. Drop
okay.
those words on this girl.
Microaggressions. You need to break that down for me. That one right there. Google. All right, Kay. I'm gonna look into.
I love you, but Google.
I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna Google it after this, and it'll probably be back. What was it called?
Sexist microaggressions.
Microaggressions. Sexist microaggressions. That would be in our episode 3. Once I do some Google learning.
We need to just bring Kay in for that episode, so she'll be like a little box on her live in the corner over here.
We gonna bring Kay on. Bring Kay on the show so she can break down this sexism and microaggression stuff, and taking the bulk of the emotional baggage, or what is it? Well, that was not the word I wanted to use, but
emotional labor.
Yeah, the emotional labor. Right. Microaggression, emotional labor. Yeah, for sure.
She's giving a breakdown. Give it.
I will be on it. I'm gonna give my education on. But emotionally, so in your opinion, emotionally, what are you taking on?
Well, I mean, I can only speak from past relationships. I felt that I was the one that carried all the emotions of the relationship.
Like caring about everything that was going on in y'all life and keeping everything together.
Yeah.
Trying to maintain the household, all of that stuff.
Everything.
Understandable.
But now I live alone, and so I don't carry anything at home. I just go home and live my life.
I'm more of a partner person. Like once I'm involved in something, I feel like with partners, I feel like we should be able to talk to each other about anything, everything, no matter what, and get through it. But also just everything that we take on in the household as well. So if we, got anything going on, this, that, and the third, you tired. Me personally, I may not be thinking about certain things because like I have this laser focus. Like if I'm thinking about something, that's where I'm at. But
right.
If it's something
men always have that luxury though.
Yeah, but if it's something that you want done, anything that you need done, like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm never gonna be like I'm tired, I'm this, I'm that.
Right.
You know what
but
I'm saying?
You have to say it to men. And you're not the first man I've heard say that. But like women don't have the luxury to say like I'm oblivious unless you tell me to do something. Like no, we can't do that because, you say it, the man says it, but we don't have anybody to say it to. So
but it's things
we
that
have
women
to be there to still cover that stuff.
Right. But it's things that women wouldn't know either. Like if I didn't say this, you wouldn't know.
Is it outside the bedroom?
Yeah.
Like what?
Like it don't gotta be inside the bedroom for it to be something.
So what is it? What do women need to be reminded to do? Like you gotta tell the man like, hey, this light bulb need to be changed. I've been saying this to you for 3 days. But like women don't have the option to ignore or not even ignore, just kind of like, we don't have the option to be laser focused on one thing. We got to be in 50 different directions. So you give me one example of something that a woman neglects to do that men have to tell her to do. That's not inside the bedroom.
That's an awesome point there.
I just want one. You can't even give me one.
You kind of got something there.
I want one example.
I will give you that.
Outside of sex that you have to remind a woman to do. Because as a woman myself, my brain is on 50 different things right now. Right now, I'm already thinking about dinner. And it's like, 2:30 in the afternoon. I still have something to do after this.
I'll give you that.
And I'm already like, okay, I got to do this to get the kids ready for dinner. I got to do this laundry, and then I got to get them to bed on time. Oh, but they don't have school tomorrow. It's spring break. And then, so, like, my mind is already always in 50 different things.
I'll give you that. I think women are better at that.
And that's the
multitasking,
labor. That's the labor. So until you can give me an example that is outside the bedroom, I rest my case.
Right. I don't think that men, we multitask as much in those departments as thinking about, all of that stuff. Because a lot of times, that labor is not placed upon us to do. So we're not thinking about those things. But I don't know. I'm not somebody who's shy to get involved with anything that needs to be done.
Right, but you need to be instructed.
Not all the time. It depends on what it is.
You just said you're laser focused. So you only think about one thing.
Sometimes, right. I do have laser focus. But that's sometimes, but I don't have to be instructed on stuff like all the time. Like, you know what I mean? Like some things maybe, but not everything has to be brought to my attention. Just some things. But I'm not saying that, I
just want the example of
what
a woman has to be reminded of.
I think that y'all are better. I think that y'all are better at multitasking all of those things than we are, for sure. Because me personally, I don't even think I'm not even, just as a man, I wasn't even raised to do these things. You know what I mean? Like my mom ain't about to be like, hey, get in the kitchen, learn how to cook, or do, you know what I'm saying? Or none of these things that y'all do, you know what I'm saying? Like none of these things were taught to me. Like it was a woman just handling them as I grew up. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it's not even with women, it's more of a behavior that you see, you know what I mean? And you get in line. Older women tell you, when you're young, like, hey, if you don't learn how to do this, you ain't gonna have a man or something like that. You know what I mean? So now, you know, they have this embedded in them, you know what I'm saying, when they cleaning, they cooking, or taking care of this and taking care of that, because it's been instilled in them by other women. Versus a man, you know, we just had to grow up and be us. Like, we didn't have nobody telling us, you know what I'm saying, to take care of this, do this, you know what I'm saying, make sure you do that, make sure you do that. Like,
so that just brings us back to Kay's point of women carrying the emotional labor.
And I would agree. I would agree. I'm not fighting that. We don't even need to Google. I'm not fighting that point at all. That's definitely true, for sure. I'll agree with you on that.
That emotional labor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nikki says she has to remind her husband, Eugene, she shouldn't have to remind you. Kelly says she got to teach her son to cook. Please do. Please do. Just not tacos, something other than that was not even a personal shot until you laughed and made people think it was a personal shot.
Tacos. All right.
That wasn't even a personal attack on you.
I know, but it was just funny. It was funny. Tacos.
Just teach her to cook something other than that, but yeah.
What else?
Kelly says her man doesn't think about it. His clothes are clean for the next day. The lunch boxes in the freezer. Are the kids' lunch food for the next day there? Are those papers signed? Are the appointments made? And that's all stuff that women just think about it.
That's true.
And that was not a personal shot. Your brother can cook more than tacos. I saw him cook nachos once.
That's a related topic. Like a related. Really? Okay.
Yes. Kay says women are taught to be constantly aware of and managing the emotions of the people around them. That's true. In fact, they have to be for their safety much of the time. She would imagine it's similar to people of color having to be aware of and manage the emotion of white folks. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, with the, what was this one? Where she said
making sure like the lunches are in the freezer.
Yeah, lunches, the papers are signed, make appointments. That's what I was talking to you about yesterday when I was like, you know, like most men, you know, when we was talking about the fatherhood or whatever, like most men haven't had to even make a appointment for their children before. So that's just like back on that last topic when I was talking about fathers. But yeah, men don't make appointments, and I didn't have to make appointments until I had my children full time, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta get them in the doctor and take them to the dentist and do all of this stuff, and that is overwhelming for me sometimes because I don't have the luxury of just going to work and making money like most men. I gotta also make sure my kids have all of this stuff going on, and they got, you know, make sure they got a snack for school and all of this stuff. Like, it is overwhelming. So I take my hat off to any woman that's doing all of these tasks and do them every day, keeping the family together, maintaining their family.
And paying the bills.
And paying the bills. Kudos to all of you ladies for that, because once I started taking care of my children on my own, I was like, this is crazy. I cannot do this. Plenty of times where my kids didn't see me break a few times from just trying to handle all of these different things that I have to handle for them and myself. So kudos to you ladies. Excuse me, I'm sorry, burping. But yeah, hats off to you guys. Y'all are amazing, and y'all need to know that. Not just on Mother's Day. On every day, y'all are amazing.
I know we are. We're so amazing.
People. Okay. You said okay.
Right, Kay be coming. She be dropping the knowledge real quick.
What's up,
Kelly
Rashad?
says they're having tacos tonight. Is your husband cooking the tacos, Kelly?
Hey,
is that his signature dish?
If he did a damn good job. I bet those are some damn good tacos. For sure. Bet them tacos are fire.
I mean, I'm still waiting for my tacos, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't want to give off no emotion, so it'll be alluded to me, but.
Didn't say I was waiting for tacos from Reese. I just said I'm still waiting for my tacos.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
I love tacos, for real. I'm just saying.
Right, women love
that
tacos.
That can't be your only thing, though.
Make
her be a one-trick pony.
Make her tacos on Tuesday with a drink.
I was about to say, as long as you got like margaritas there,
right?
Too.
Margaritas and tacos.
Give me a Mexican. You give me a Mexican night, I will love you forever.
Right. So, fellas, make the tacos on Tuesday. Margaritas.
Kelly said her husband doesn't even cook tacos. He melts shredded cheese on chips. That's it. Like, that's his nachos, huh? He like, babe, these nachos. You see that cheese on those tortilla chips? These are nachos right now happening.
Man.
No.
Hey.
Hey. A for effort.
Right.
E for execution.
We tried. That's not our expertise, ladies. We men, you know. We men.
I can concur because my brother is a single man and he just eats like microwave broccoli and stuff like that.
Microwave broccoli?
Like the little steamed vegetable bags. Like, sir, please.
Minute rice.
Please learn how to use your stove out there.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't know how to make the stuff that I know how to make if I didn't have my children full time.
Yeah.
If I didn't have my kids full time, I probably wouldn't know how to make this stuff. Like, I didn't learn, like, I'd be on Pinterest looking at, like, crock pot meals, like stuff that I can make in the crock pot. Like,
do you have a crock pot?
Yeah, I make chili in the crock pot.
He don't make no chili.
I do. I told you I make chili. What are you talking about? I done made chili, all kind of stuff. Like, I done looked up.
Rashad said men are simple. Hot dogs, hamburgers, frozen pizza.
You dig? That's
No! Kids cannot live off of
Hey.
And I don't want a constant flow of hot dogs, hamburgers, and frozen pizza either.
I had to learn how to make some stuff because my kids would have been living off chicken nuggets and Hot Pockets if I didn't. Like, I was like, let me learn how to cook
grilled
some
cheese
meals.
Sandwiches. You be over there feeding your wife grilled cheese sandwiches? I'm about to nope.
Man, we was over here chicken nuggets, pot pies, Hot Pockets. No. We wasn't cooking nothing. I said, you know what? Let me start making something, man. So I started making burgers and tacos and chili, chicken. You know what I'm saying? Baked chicken, all that.
Where all this been?
I've always had it.
For a year.
I've always had it.
Ain't this about a blip? I ain't seen it.
I got a little something under. It's a little chef a little bit. Not too much. I ain't, you know.
I'm about to raise my expectations.
I can do a couple of things in the kitchen.
You're not going to Romulus' house for me. You better get in here and cook some chili in this crock pot. I don't want no Romulus' house. That's what we're about to
quick
do.
Little breakfast, man.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? For everybody.
Nah, we're not doing it.
You know what I mean?
Get in there. Throw an omelet on the stove.
Maybe. I wouldn't say I'm good at it. I'm not good at eggs. Pancakes, bacon, all the other stuff, I'm cold with. I can't do the eggs for some reason. Like, eggs ain't really my specialty. Like, I can't make them, like, women just seem to make the eggs, like, so fluffy and, like, nice.
You gotta put a splash of milk.
I don't know nothing about that. I just crack that boy.
Just a little, no.
Put it in there, hit him with my seasonings, you know, and
you gotta put in
get him out.
You gotta put a little splash of milk, salt, pepper, Maybe a little, I don't know, whatever else seasons you want to put in there.
Everything else though,
little cheese at the end.
I could whip them pancakes. I can make some fluffy, nice pancakes. Nice, soft bacon. Yes, not too crunchy.
Okay, Romulus House is good. Go there and get their catfish. It's delicious.
Yeah, Romulus House is fire. It done got me out of a couple of pickles.
Whoa. Gene said, what you did as single men, you shouldn't have to do in a relationship? Oh, you gon' cook. You gon' cook.
You gonna make something. If you don't know how to cook, just start cooking with her. Like saying like, hey, like let's cook together or something like that. So you can learn it. You can pick up on some things and make it.
Eugene says he's the best egg maker in the world.
I gotta get some pointers because I can't mess with the eggs. Please
instruct him on how to make eggs.
I can do everything else in the breakfast realm. I can't mess with them eggs.
Okay, Kay. Next time you're here, we'll go to Romulus' house.
Yeah, I gotta step my game up, get them eggs down packed. I'll be good.
How did we even get here?
Right.
We went on a whole nother now we're talking about how to cook eggs appropriately.
Hey, we didn't have a lot to go on for this episode, so it happened. We only got a few minutes. We was gonna talk about something else, but I'm probably gonna say that for episode 3.
I mean, we still got time, right?
It's 2:53.
We got 8 minutes left. What was it? Or you want to say that?
That was the friends with benefits topic. That's gonna take longer than 8 minutes.
Oh yeah. So next week we have friends with benefits.
Right. Next week we gonna get on that. Open up about that and have roles been reversed? Like I see a lot of men preaching about being faithful, and I see a lot of women talking about doing what they do.
Black men are doing it as a joke.
They say
black men don't cheat. They're doing that to be funny, first of all. But I really do feel like women are.
Are women doing it to be funny? Like,
no, we're not.
Women are doing it to do it.
It's our time.
Y'all.
It's our time to rise up and be the men. Not with the penis, but the attitude.
The attitude, huh? Hey, yeah, that's gonna be all next week. We're gonna deep dive into that. These role reversals.
Eugene said do more than an hour. No, sir, because I gotta go do some work after this.
Yeah, she got a commercial.
I gotta go do a paying gig after.
She got a commercial to shoot, so that's why we did this early.
Yeah, that's why we're early today. Next week we'll be back at 3 o'clock. This week I have to go do a gig at 4. So
yeah, and we might extend them, and we've been thinking about doing another day. We might do another day. So we might do, I don't know, probably a Wednesday or something like that. We might do 2 shows, one for a Sunday show and a Wednesday show. Don't know yet. We figuring it out. We gonna get it together.
We are.
And if you listen to podcasts and you're probably, you can only catch part of the live or, didn't make the live or whatever the case may be, we are on all the podcasting sites. We're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, everything. So if you want to listen while you're going to work or while you're at work, at the gym, whatever it is, you can also listen to us on those outlets.
Yes, listen to us. We're on all that stuff.
Yes,
Subscribe.
Subscribe,
listen back to
check
our
us
voices.
out.
If you're laying in bed lonely at night and you just want to hear our voices,
right. We got a lot of entertainment, a lot of entertaining topics.
Our voices are beautiful. You can just listen on wherever you get podcasts. You can subscribe to us at Live from the Living Room. Yes. We've done you a favor. You're so welcome.
Right. Tune in with us. Listen to us.
Girl, I know those ad-libs was off the hook. Because I get this mic in front of me, I get inspired. This ad-lib, I be feeling like I'm a rapper a little bit. But, I don't know. I mean, whatever.
singing. I was gonna share the video. On
no,
her page.
he was not gonna share a video of me singing.
She was over here singing on the mic.
Look, I was singing a little gospel. I mean, it was a mic check, so I figured I would take advantage of the mic check. Why wouldn't I?
Right.
There's a mic in front of me. I'm gonna perform.
I'm gonna put it on our page. Let y'all check it out.
Don't.
So y'all can see it. See her in action. She was hitting them notes.
If he does it, this podcast is over. I will never come back for another episode. There will be somebody else sitting on this side of the couch.
Man. If
he shares that video of me singing. So.
Oh man. You gotta be a good sport.
Nah.
Gotta be a good sport.
Nah. I don't have to do anything that I don't want to do. It's consent.
Consent. I got it.
I'll sue you.
Won't be any of that over here. Not lowering up over here. But that will conclude our show.
Yeah, you guys came back this week. We love you.
Glad y'all came to check us out.
Thanks.
We're gonna be back next Sunday at 3.
Yes, next Sunday at 3. Unless I book something that pays me.
Right.
Then we'll push it again.
Unless you book another job.
Money over everything. I'm sorry. I love you guys, but we do this for no charge. You can also donate to my Cash App. Right. $, Paulette Parker 1. But other than that,
support us.
If somebody's going to pay me to do something, we won't be here at 3. We'll keep you posted. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll get with you guys next week. Let her get to her commercial she has to shoot.
I'm headed to Redford to have some chocolate syrup poured on my feet or something. I didn't even put no lotion on my feet, so I should do that too. But
acting. Nice acting.
It's a rough job.
But you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Yes.
We are out of here.
Start your week great. Have a great day tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. Go out there. Conquer the world.
Take over the world.
Take over